All right. So where should I start? Where should I start? Welcome to my channel. This is Dgotsauce, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all viewership. I want to break down exactly why I voted for Trump and what my perspective is on him winning and why he won. In my opinion, in my honest opinion, I believe that this was a little unfair and it was not going to be close from the jump. The way that this all started, remember, it was Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. Donald Trump was already going to beat him after that first debate. And that opened up my eyes right there to what type of policies and what's the difference between the Democrats and the Republicans. On the Republican side, I noticed that they talked a lot about policy, a lot about the economy, a lot about immigration. They almost damn near they kept hammering these things into our head. You already know what you're going to get when you hear about the Republican Party and what they're bringing to the table. But as for the Democratic Party, it was constant, I call it P, constant P's, propaganda and pandering. They were pandering for votes and they were pushing so much propaganda that it kind of made them look like they were pushing fake news. And this is exactly how I felt watching it. Now, I've heard so much words from the liberal media or from the social media or the media in general saying Trump is racist, Trump is Hitler, Trump is a fascist, Trump is this, Trump is that. He's a threat to democracy. I mean, it was so bad to the point to where I didn't know any policy. I knew what they felt and how they felt about Trump. And I think that's where the Democratic Party missed by a big shot. They failed to prove themselves to the American people. They failed to prove their policy, they failed to prove their agenda, and they failed to win the American people. And the time that we're living in now, and looking at this past election, I've realized it's not just about who is worse than who. But this specific election, I realized it's about policy. It's about how the American people feel as a whole, not just a certain section, not just 1, 2, 3%. The entire United States of America. Who would have been and who is the best person for the job? And I thought it was clear, honestly. Y'all can go back and see all of my videos, check out any of my talks, any of my lives, and y'all can see from the jump, I've always said Trump's gonna win. Always. Never once switched, and I voted for him. And I'm in a liberal city. I'm in a liberal state of Massachusetts. And I knew from the outside looking in, because clearly I'm an outsider here, but I knew how people were feeling. I knew how I felt. I knew how my family was feeling. I knew how my brethren was feeling. I knew how people across the world were feeling. And they were all feeling the same thing. They were all thinking the same thing. I know people that didn't even live in the United States and they could see clearly, yeah, this is going to go this way. It was clear as day. Too much propaganda. The media has lost its value 100%. It's to the point now to where we don't even want to hear these news medias. We want to hear from the actual people that are down doing the work. Journalists that are independent networks that don't just go off of one side, they go for both sides, and here you hear both sides of the stories, good and bad. Um, people are looking more towards those. They're leaning more towards those type of networks now because at this point we've realized 80%, 90% of the news networks are very liberal. 100%. There is very few, if any, that actually shown support to Donald Trump. And then I know it's so easy to get sucked up into this stuff. It's so easy to get drawn into this thing. But if you put away and push aside, because we're talking about the president of the United States, we're talking about the person that is going to lead us to be the best country, the most powerful country, the most respected country in the world. You gotta put a you gotta put aside character. You gotta put aside how you feel about this person. You have to think about what is the best option. What is the number one choice? What are the policies that these people are talking about, are trying to give us? And I think that was very clear on Trump's side versus Kamala's side. Now I got to give some respect and I have to give some love to Kamala because I feel personally like she was thrown into this. She might have volunteered, but she was pushed into this because Biden had already lost. It would have been a loss for Biden. He would have lost respect for his career because he went out like that. He still probably lost a little respect, but Biden's story is over. Kamala had to step in, and it was clear as day she never had a plan. She took her time. She dodged questions after questions after questions. I mean, these were some easy, easy things that you would go out and see Trump and JD Vance do it daily. They would be out there on news networks that don't like them. They would be on people's shows that don't like them. They would sit there, answer the tough questions, the hard questions that these people that don't like them were going to ask. They were in hostile territory for most of their run. And they honestly, they killed almost every single interview was beautiful. You got to hear their side. You got to hear the side of the liberals, and they came together and made it clean. They made it really clean. And that's one thing that I liked about watching Trump and Vance. But when I watched Harris and Walz, it was a bunch of word salad, and then how much Trump is a threat to democracy. It always went back to Trump. Everything they said, everything they did, any policy they talked about. Oh, Trump's the reason why. Oh, Trump's the reason why. It was obvious that they literally just hated Trump. They just hated Trump. There was no other motivation, no other reason, but just because they don't like Trump. You know how low of a level you have to stoop to call someone Hitler? You know how low of a level? You know how much people that actually affected without them even knowing, without them even realizing? So many people had to relive what happened in those days just because they were trying to prove a point that nobody believed except for liberals. Except for liberals. Ain't nobody believing that. Ain't nobody even thinking that. We've had 4 years of Donald Trump already. Stop your crying. Stop your crying. Honestly. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below, man. I really like to know y'all thoughts. But like I said, I gotta give it up to Kamala. I think she did a phenomenal job with the little time she had. She needed a lot of support. She needed so much help. She she needed help from she pulled out every and anybody you can imagine that's a celebrity, especially in the black community. She pulled them out and they were out there helping her, trying to do their part. And I respect it. I respect it, because she tried. She at least put up a fight. She didn't back down, but she lost really bad. She lost. She lost bad. But I got to give it to her. She put up a fight. I think that she could have picked a better vice president. I think that Tim Walsh was an absolute train wreck. I think that I couldn't even imagine him being the VP. I couldn't imagine. Like from the jump, when you put up these two, she had a chance to pick the Pennsylvania mayor or governor. I forget what he is right now. I think his name is Shapiro. He had the chance. She had the chance to choose him, and she respectfully declined because she felt like Shapiro was going to steal the spotlight. With that mentality, that's why you lose. In this moment in time, in that moment in time, you have to put your feelings aside like Joe Biden did. He put his feelings aside. You think Joe Biden wanted to step down? No. No. Joe Biden wanted to be president again. He wanted to run again. He felt like he could do it. And kudos to him. Everybody knew he couldn't, but kudos to him. Whatever it takes to win was his mindset. And that's how they should have came with this. Whatever it takes to win. Whether the VP looks like a better pick or not. Whatever it takes. And I feel like they failed miserably at doing that. The Democratic Party melted down in front of our eyes. They looked terrible. They still look terrible. And a lot of people are really thankful that they're out. A lot of people. I'm going to be very interested to see who and where, and sorry, not where, but who is going to be the next nominee for the Democratic Party. I'm really interested to see. I don't believe that it is going to be 4 years of Nazi Germany. I honestly, I don't believe it. I don't believe that racism is going to be back amongst us in full effect, because it's already out there. Everybody knows that. But I don't believe it's going to stop anybody from doing what they need to do. And at the same time, the economy, I don't know why people are so emotional when it comes to this stuff. Because at the end of the day, and I'm 29 years old, thank God. I'm 29 years old and I can see to myself, how can I make the best opportunity, whether this person wins or whether that person wins? I don't get too emotional. I don't get too caught up in, oh my God, they said this. Oh my God, they said that. Oh my God, the media is saying this about them. I don't get it. I don't get too involved about that stuff. I want to know what these people are bringing to the table. How is it going to affect me? How is it going to affect my family? How is it going to affect my pockets? How is it going to affect my life? My life. How is it going to affect it? When you look at both sides, and you look at both policies, and you look at both people, even their resumes, what they have done so far, it's a clear choice, man. It's a clear choice. I could care less about what the person did. I could care less about who they are in the past or what they might have said or what may have been taken out of context. Honestly, I can do that research on my own. And I feel like a lot of people did not do their research. They really didn't. They just got up and they heard something on the news and they ran with it. And that's where a lot of people stop watching the news because of this stuff, man. A lot of people. It's not okay anymore to just allow the news to make decisions for you or allow celebrities to influence you. It's not it's not a thing anymore. It's not a thing. People are much smarter. People don't just listen. They listen and they do their research. People that did their research realized who the better choice was, and that's why Trump won. That's why. It was clear as day. It was clear as day. I'm actually looking forward because I can't even lie to you. It's only been a few hours since they announced, and I'm already making more money than I was. It's insane. It's insane. And I know it's not just all about money. I know it's not just all about that. But a majority of the reason why everybody even picked this guy in the first place is because of that. It's because of the economy. And everybody knew it. Everybody knew it right away. And as soon as they announced it, all you saw was green in the stock market. All you saw. Green in the crypto market. People know. The people know what they want, and they got what they wanted. Let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts. I know some of y'all are looking at me like, oh my God, he's a sellout. Why did he leave the Democratic Party? I can't believe you voted for a racist. I can't believe he voted for Trump. Get over it. Get over it. Get over it. He won. He won. Now learn how to make some money. Learn how to be great. Because regardless of whoever won and whoever lost, you should be finding a way to still be great. At the end of the day, this is not going to affect you from getting your goals accomplished, from you doing what you got to do to be a productive citizen in this United States of America, and for you to be successful. It will not affect you unless you let it. I know some people that think that the world is going to end now. And I looked at them and I just I just laugh. I'm just like, man, how could you think this way? But I just let them think. It's your opinion. You think. What I'm gonna do though, and what my family is gonna do, and what I'm gonna put my boys and my friends and all my people that love and support me, you better believe we gonna eat regardless. We gonna eat regardless. And I hope you do too, man. Let me know y'all thoughts. Congrats to Trump for being the next president of the United States. We called it early. We called this early, and we knew it was going to happen. But it's here now. It's real. I took the day off yesterday. It was my birthday, and it was voting day. So we had to take a break, man. We had to take a break from life. We had to take a break from social media, from regular jobs. It was just D-Day. It was just D-Day. But let me know y'all thoughts, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you. 2025 is about to be an amazing year. And you got to claim it right now. Claim it, stamp it, seal it, sign it, and we done. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, man. It's your boy Dgotsauce. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if y'all are new, man. Peace.